So the last time I did a video blog on the A's, it was during the 2011 season, or just after, I can't remember. That wasn't really the very best of years, especially in the off-season, because pretty much everyone and their grandmothers and maybe even their dogs ended up leaving the team. But, you know, that's a pastime for A's fans. Every couple of years, spending the first couple of weeks of the season wondering who the hell are all these new guys. But, you know, the last two seasons have been pretty exciting, even if, you know, we had the usual eventual letdown in the ALDS, which the A's never want to win. This is especially fun for me because everyone else in my family likes the Giants and got to watch them do their celebration, and meanwhile I was crying into tofu. Couldn't even cry into a bucket of chicken because I'm a stinking vegetarian. But I have a list of 10 really good things from the past two seasons, despite all of the postseason devastation. Number 1, they were 7-1 in games that I've seen the last 2 years. That really has nothing to do with a good analysis. It's just, you know, it's good for me. A bunch of guys no one knows doing really well with an owner who doesn't care, and, you know, a team that doesn't really have a lot of hardcore fans. If Grant Balfour started unknowingly sleeping with his teammates' wives, it would totally be the movie Major League. Bartolo Colon. Who cares if he eats roid sandwiches at breakfast of Asterix-era champions? He's fun and he's awesome, and he's a hope to middle-aged overweight men everywhere. Josh Reddick's arm is awesome. The bird's nest that swallowed his face this past season wasn't so great, but it was fantastic to watch his accuracy in right field. And his accuracy in pies. He's batting 1,000 and getting his man pied. That's dedication. Coco Crisp. There's no need to explain, he's just pretty awesome, and I'm glad we got him. I have to be honest, sometimes I prefer the team to be more average so that there's not a lot of expectation and I don't have heart attacks in September and October. But it was nice to see 2 solid seasons for the first time in a while, because the seasons before that I was commiserating with all the Mariners fans where I live in the Northwest, and now I just get to laugh at them because my team's good now and their team still isn't. Rangers and Angels. Josh Donaldson, he is the coolest player with a rat tail. The tweets from the bullpen guys are the best MLB players to creep on. Kurt Suzuki left, but then he came back. And of course you gotta mention the bad things from the past 2 seasons. You know, apart from more poo watching the team than people thanks to the sewage backup at the Coliseum. Basically the only really bad things from the past 2 years have been the ALDS. And, you know, the A's fans' worst nightmare, having to watch 2 Game 5s. Because you know what happens in Game 5s for them. And, you know, you have the even worse nightmare of the continual streak they have of having one really horrible game in each series that they probably should have won. Game 2 last year and Game 4 this year. So I got to thinking, why do they always lose in the first round? Here are my top 5 guesses. They're in a competition with the Braves to see who can choke more. They're afraid of winning and dying in some freak champagne drowning accident. They're afraid that if they continue winning in such an exciting fashion, there will be a serious pie shortage in the world. Henry Rowan-Gardner's not on their team. They avoided going to the World Series the last 2 seasons because they didn't want their fans to have to listen to Joe Buck and Tim McCarver. I don't know. I love my A's regardless, and I'll love them next year when they lose in the ALDS again.